So I want to talk a little bit about phobias because I had looked up what causes a phobia. And if anyone knows me, I have a large phobia to bees, which stem from a younger age because Justin had gotten stung by a wasp about like 5 times because it wrapped around his sock. So now I can literally never go outside during the spring, summer, and early fall because Justin got stung by a bee. Don't know if I'm allergic.
It was like 20.
We were living in Canada.
It was like 22, 23, maybe 24 years ago.
I would say 22 years ago. Yeah. I'm 25. I think I might have been like 3 or something.
Yeah.
So I looked up what causes a phobia, and they said it's genetic and environmental factors.
Genetic?
Genetic.
I'm not scared
they
of
can
shit.
come from, so they can be genetic.
Spiders?
Well,
snakes?
The last of my card says, what are some of your phobias? So if we could hold off until I give the explanation about phobias, that would be absolutely wonderful.
We are starting this conversation without you.
So it says that children that have a close relative with an anxiety disorder are at risk of developing a phobia, but it's also genetic. Distressing events like almost drowning can cause a phobia. Exposure to confined spaces, extreme heights, and animal or insect bites at a young age can cause phobia.
I'm sorry. I dropped you in the tub when you were a kid.
Are you afraid of drowning?
So scared of bees.
I'm not Dad is red right now.
Yeah, you almost drowned, so that's why you're afraid of bees.
Yeah.
There are 2 forms of treatment which I personally want to try because I hate the fact that I can't, I'm afraid to go outside.
Is it hypnosis?
Hypnosis is one of them, which is psychotherapy, they call it. And the second
right?
The second is exposure therapy. So in terms of
You gotta expose yourself.
No.
We're bringing you to Boston tomorrow.
The worst thing for Brendan with a phobia of bees is to expose them to a lot of bees.
No, so,
Or expose himself with a bagel tied to his pecker.
So
We'll call him Bagel Boy.
In terms of phobias for bees, they say the best thing is to put on a bee suit and go to.
Is to put on a beehive.
A fucking bee suit? Come on. Really?
So
you're gonna tell
Where'd you
me
read
right
this shit?
now.
the most success has come from psychotherapy for phobia of bees, also exposure. So they bring groups of children.
You're gonna tell me.
I'm looking right now
You
for a
can't
bee
smoke
suit.
a cigarette within a 20-foot vicinity like you have. What is it called when you're not allowed to? A restraining order against bees.
Yeah.
But you're gonna put a bee suit
Oh,
on?
I would never. But they bring groups of
come
children
on.
and adults, and they bring them to bee farms, and they put on suits, and they stand there while the bees go around them.
I really think
and-
it could cure you.
I would like to see that.
Okay, everybody that's out there got to vote on this.
So back to what I was saying. What are some of your phobias? You guys just ruined that. I'm never talking about bees again.
It's got to be distress from when I was younger, but I think my 2 biggest fears
heights is one of them.
is
Am
heights.
I not correct? Yeah.
And it was because we were at the CN Tower in is it Ontario? Ottawa?
That's scary.
Is it Ottawa?
CN Tower.
Toronto.
I don't remember.
Toronto.
We're on Toronto, and there's a glass floor.
Toronto's in Ottawa, right? I feel like
Yeah.
Okay, so we are at the CN Tower, and at
Toronto,
one of the upper
Ontario.
floors. Yeah,
Ottawa.
Ottawa's
Ontario.
It's Ontario. Sorry, Ottawa's the capital. Get out of here.
What's the
Let me
capital
be.
of Ontario?
Let me be.
I'm a bee. So at the top of the CN Tower, there's a glass floor, and I was like, I don't know. I don't think you might have been around, but I don't know. Did he go?
Yeah.
We're fact checking.
Well, no, we left him at home. He was like a baby.
Well, he might have not been born.
Yeah.
Left me alone.
Oh, no, he was born. He was born.
So I remember being up there, and there's a glass floor, and you're looking down, and you can see all the way down to the ground, like
Get a
100
pit in
floors
your
up.
stomach.
A little bit, but then a guy
I
jumped
remember that.
onto the glass right next to me and scared the shit out of me, almost like I thought I was gonna.
Not just you,
break and
everybody
yeah.
jumped off of the glass onto the regular floor. Everybody was like, "Ah."
Yeah, they jumped into like the
Yeah.
structure of it.
Well,
or
what
whatever.
if he broke the glass and killed me?
No, you can't break the glass.
Never know.
Look at Elon Musk.
Well, that's why I have a phobia.
If there was a bee near me, I probably would have jumped off the tower myself.
A good thing it ain't a Tesla glass. That sucker would have went down.
And I think drowning's up there too. Because,
Really, drowning.
Because
I've heard
I almost,
drowning is one of the most peaceful deaths you can experience besides dying in your sleep.
I almost like
I heard
not
burning.
almost drowned.
Burning is
Burning.
the best way.
Maybe if you're a monk, I couldn't imagine being in a burning building and be like, you know what, this is pretty peaceful.
No, that's
I was like-
crazy. I wouldn't want
I
to
couldn't
burn.
think of any other death that would.
I
The
think,
most painful death.
I feel like drowning because I think when I was younger, like I was in Canada. I was like second
Dad
or
dropped
third.
you in the bathtub.
I was like, okay, I was no, yeah, Dad dropped me in the bathtub. And
no,
now,
that was you. That was you.
It was a double drop. It was like it was a juggling act.
Let
Actually,
me ask your mom. Mom, get the bee suit.
Get the bee suit. We're about to. So I remember I was in like it must have been like kindergarten, first grade, whatever it was, and there was a shallow end and a deep end. And you know how like pools like they slowly go down, and I remember going like tiptoeing, and I'm like, oh look how far I can get, and like like the water's like starting to get like this. And then you're like, and then you turn around. And it's like a game of chicken. And then you get closer and you get closer. You're like, oh,
You're on your
too far, and then you go
tiptoes.
back.
You're on your tiptoes.
Well, I went, and one of my foot.
I love this visual.
One of my
Slipped?
feet slipped,
Yeah.
and I went under, and I was under for a while, and they pulled me out, and then
Where is
like
this?
Who they?
at my elementary school, like the teacher,
Oh,
or
really?
whatever.
Who? Oh, the
No way.
teacher
And the
pulled you
lifeguard
out?
that was
Can
there.
I tell you a
It's the one that was at the top of the hill. So we had elementary school. No, it wasn't even the classes. The classes. The
We
reason
did not
why-
have a
okay,
pool
I'm gonna
at
tell
that
you right
school.
now,
Swimming? No,
the
you took
classes-
swimming classes. I brought you
I
to
took
swimming
classes, but I was petrified at that point because
Yeah.
because of this earlier memory.
Yeah.
Or maybe I don't know. I don't know
We-
which came
Definitely
first.
swimming class.
We
I
paid the
remember.
teacher
No.
not to save him. That's
No, but like no, it was a field trip because the elementary school was down a hill, and at the top of the hill and after the soccer fields, there was a pool that everyone went to like for like field trips and stuff, like when the teachers would take their students to go out swimming, like everyone.
Yeah.
And that's when it happened. It wasn't my swimming classes. You probably don't know the story.
Was
'cause
it
you
when
don't-
you got
Because
baptized?
you know
For
what?
those of you that can't see off the screen, we're pointing to. He's pointing to his mother.
Yeah.
I think he's
Which
got this.
I also have a story about
Oh.
drowning with my mother. Is
Oh,
going
together?
Yeah. Well, it
My
was
glad
more
I ain't
her.
included
so
in this.
We went to what's the water country? I remember going to water
You
country.
went to water country?
and-
Water country, water country. We drown your mom.
Can we just make that a segment just so we have the audio for it? No, I specifically remember going too far and Mom was there and Mom was trying to help me, but instead of taking Mom's help, I pushed her head down underneath and she was like, wait, whoa! She said, Brandon! And because I was pushing her. Why did you push her down? Because it pushed me up.
It kept your head over water.
Kept me over the water.
Yeah.
So I was drowning Mom, pushing her head down
wait,
just to be able to stay afloat, or her shoulders or something. And I specifically remember, I'm like, I almost fucking drowned my mother. So I guess I might have a
missed the
fear of
first
drowning
half.
too.
I missed the first half. You were drowning,
I drifted too far.
and then
Was it in the wave pool?
He was in the wave pool.
In the wave
yeah.
pool.
And I was pushing Mom
Sorry.
down to be able to breathe. I'm making her choke on water and just
sorry.
Brandon! And I'm
We
like, yeah, sorry.
we need a
went on
tangent. We
a
need
little
a
bit.
better.
You're
we need
definitely getting
better
a bee
theme.
suit.
Water country, water country. Come drown your mom.
Dun, dun, dun. Sorry,
Do you have any phobias?
I do. I'm afraid of burning.
Oh, you're afraid of burning. Was that
I'm
what you were
afraid of
saying
fire.
earlier?
Yep.
Oh, I thought you were
I'm
saying
afraid.
it was
No,
a
I
peaceful-
wasn't saying that. Yeah, I was just kidding around. But I'm afraid of fire.
Oh,
I'm afraid of burning,
terrifying.
like houses that burn down and people get,
And I
just
think-
burnt.
Do you know why you have a phobia of that? Like a movie or a TV show? Or
I think it'll hurt a lot. Right?
I
Matt, like-
think
Who
you're
wants
right.
the burn?
Yeah, but like
you're right.
I'm not afraid of burning.
No.
I'm afraid of fires only because Dad instilled it on me. Like in terms of
What?
always be safe with your pellet stove, always be safe with the electric.
absolutely.
because
You gotta be
he's
aware.
Made it like aware, yeah, that it's the most important thing.
I'm
to
obsessed
be,
with that. I'm obsessed that things that run on fire, like stoves or
electricity, yeah.
and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'll take apart plugs in the house and vacuum the plugs out because there's, by the
much
way, there
stuff
might
in
be mice that ate in there, or there might be cobwebs or something.
Like-
that little bit of spark will set that cobweb off and burn your house
Yep.
down. That's what happened. No matter how new your house is.
Whenever I turn on my pellet stove, I always think of Dad because I move my couch forward and I run the curtains in front of the couch so the curtains don't get too hot and it might start a fire. So like every single time I think of fire, I think of Dad.
So there's nothing that sparked it.
No. I don't
think so. Because
like
me and Brandon was afraid of bees because of an incident.
I don't think
I'm
so.
afraid of my phobias for an incident, and you didn't have an incident
maybe Freddy Krueger.
When Grandpa used to smoke, when Grandpa used to smoke, he would
burn,
stub out his cigarettes on Dad. No.
Is that burn mark I got?